Everybody, I'm Nick Baumgartner here with colleague Brendan Quinn. We're here at Michigan Basketball Media Day. A little change of pace. Basketball's back. Everyone I know is excited about that. This guy more than anyone probably. But Brendan, Coach Beilein today, all the players. I guess just if there's any takeaways you had from what we had from guys, I guess what is it?
Well, it's John Beilein kind of came up and said, one of the things he said earlier is, I'm excited for you guys to, speaking to the media, I'm excited for you guys to meet this team because there's so much newness. There's 6 true freshmen. There's 1 redshirt freshman. There's just so many unknowns. From everything to who's going to be the catalyst, who's going to be the leaders, who's going to be the vocal leaders. These are all things that are unknowns, and we can ask as many questions as we want, and we can have as many press conferences as we want. But until November 15th, the season opener against Hillsdale College, you have really no idea what this team's going to look like. So in terms of the proven commodities, you have your Derek Waltons and your Karis LeVerts and your Zach Irvins and your Spike Albrechts. But how those pieces all fit together with what is just a bunch of fresh-faced new kids who, outside of some YouTube tapes we haven't seen, we don't know. So that's it. One thing that John Beilein did say was it's on Derek Walton and Spike Albrecht to run this team. They are going to need to be the steadying force through all the growing pains. Those two are going to have to be the most reliable guys on the team, while Karis LeVert is going to have to be the most reliable playmaker, scorer, productor.
And we talk so much about development with Beilein every year, and that's sort of become his calling card here. But, we know that this team needs LeVert to take another step. We know that it needs Walton, and even maybe Irvin, I guess. Who in your mind do they need a leap from? I mean, every year there's been somebody who's made a sizable step forward. Who do they really need this from above anybody else?
I think it's Zach Irvin. When you look at, I say that because I feel like we know what Derek Walton is going to look like this year. We know what Karis LeVert is going to look like this year.
Both very good, I think. Yes,
absolutely. They are both potential, in my opinion. They're both potential first or second team All Big Ten members. Absolutely. But the wild card is Zach Irvin. Is he going to be more than the same thing as last year with Stauskas? Mm-hmm. Will he be more than a three-point shooter? Will he be someone who can get rebounds? Will he be a steadying, lengthy defender on the perimeter? Will he be able to play 30 to 35 minutes a game? These are all things that he has to answer. He said all the right things, and everyone said that they love his development. He's put on 5 inches on his vertical. He looks bigger. He looks like more of a man. If he puts it all together and is someone who could actually catch the ball and go to the basket, get out and play in transition, be a different player, that could be the thing that makes this team a marginal 4 or 5 team in the Big Ten to maybe 2 or 3 behind Wisconsin.
And real quick, the big men has always been a topic, or it has been this year. I usually believe with Beilein teams that can be much ado about nothing. I think you need to have a pulse there. But at the same time, are you on the same page as I am that they can find a way with the way he coaches with shooters? They can find a way around that, and they don't need necessarily. They don't need a superstar. They just need minutes.
No, they don't need 15 and 14 out of the 5 spot all year. I don't think they need that at all. I think they can work. Like you said, they can work around it and just make what they have workable. But everything else around it is the importance. Where I think it really comes in though is rebounding, and it'll be a topic of conversation when this team plays teams with size that they're going to need some guys to bang, and they're going to need to get some rebounds. But as much as that falls on whether it's Ricky Doyle or Mark Donnell or Max Bielefeld or DJ Wilson, whoever it might be, I think it falls on the guards as much as anything. You need Karis LeVert to reproduce his rebounding numbers from years ago. You need Zach Irvin to be an aggressive rebounder. He doesn't have the luxury of just hanging out at the three-point line anymore and cherry picking to try to get threes in transition. Derek Walton at the point guard spot needs to be like Trey Burke, probably in his first 2 years. From what you told me, he was a really productive rebounder.
He was their best guy in the first year.
That's what you need from the guard spots. That has to be that team-wide rebounding, because otherwise they could go out and get rebounded by 10, 15 a day, and especially when you get into Big Ten play, then it could really become something that actually affects games.
Could be, isn't always though. Michigan still puts 5 guys on the floor that can shoot the basketball. The team's off the guard, and we've seen Beilein do this before. And it'll be interesting to see how this team plays out. Very interesting team, a lot of new faces. We'll get to see them November 10, correct? Exhibition. November 15, first game. So we got a little bit of time left before the first game. But basketball is here. I hope everyone's excited. We're excited to cover it. So until then, we'll talk to you guys later.